Hi, I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Bethany, and we are
Sisters in Song. This podcast is brought to you from our sponsors, Pink Whisk Confections,
Rock Farm Designs,
Summerlee Photography,
and Elaine Girls.
and we are super excited.
Are we super excited?
We're always super excited.
We're always super excited.
We're super excited to welcome our guest tonight. Thanks for being here.
Follow, like, and subscribe, and listen wherever you get your podcasts, like right here.
Right here. Welcome to Sisters in Song. Can you take a minute to tell us who you are and where you're coming to us from?
Well, hi there. This is Alicia Blue here, and I'm talking to y'all from Nashville, Tennessee.
Yay.
Well, welcome to the show.
Yes.
We're thrilled to have you. We want to talk to you all about your upcoming album. So tell us what you've been up to lately and what's on the docket for you.
Yeah, goodness, I've been releasing some tunes from a record I have coming out on August 28th. It's called Country Desire. And I've just been working on releasing these singles. We've had 4 singles out now, and the record's out in 3 weeks. And I'm so glad to be talking to you both about it tonight.
Yes, we are excited. We have been listening. So they came out as an EP, or were they released all as singles?
Yeah, so kind of the way they're doing it now is the first few were singles, but now it's kind of clumped. The 4 tunes are now an EP. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wondered how all of that worked. So thinking back, we're going to just go back in time. How did you even get started as a career musician? Like, what put you on this path?
Well, gosh, I'm like, how much time do you have now? My dream was to be a poet. I met an old soul singer in the midst of that dream, and then I asked him if he could teach me how to sing, and that was about 10 years ago. And fast forward to now, I kind of taught myself how to sing. I'd never sang before. I'd never played guitar, and kind of taught myself how to be a musician, which I'm still teaching myself. I don't think that is ever gonna go away. And but no, I think the knack I always had was with words, which were always kind of flowing for me. So I thought, why not put these to a 3-minute or whatever minute a song might be structure, and find my connection to the people in that way.
Did you start out like pursuing a career as a poet and then just switched gears, or?
I would say more or less. I went to school. I went to college, and I didn't want to, but no one in my family had gone, and I wanted to kind of fulfill my mama's wishes. So I went to school, and I majored in literature with an emphasis in poetry. And I had a kind of a mentor in high school. I would say, if you've ever seen Dead Poets Society, he was like a Mr. Keating, and I thought, I'll be the next Jack Kerouac. He had given me On the Road when I was 17, and that changed my life. So I thought, I'll be the next Jack Kerouac, which was cute, which I never did, and got into music.
I love it, because I actually went to school also for poetry.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I know this path. So very, very cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm in good company.
Say that again.
I'm in good company.
Yes, right.
So what do you think the hardest part is about being a musician? A career musician, I should say.
I was just talking to my manager about that. I think, artists, there's so many roles someone can play in a career in music, and some is a real true artist role, and some roles are not as true to that, right? If you go to the extremes of it, and that's fine. Like, hats off to them. I think the hardest part for me is understanding that, and understanding I deal in a world that's more in the formless and the abstract than data or metrics, if that makes sense, and
Yeah.
know that's the world I'm in, and honoring what I really am and navigating that. I think that's the hardest part. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about it?
Mm, getting to be the artist. I think my favorite part is writing a song. It's a every day I get to sit down and see what's going to come out of nothing, and I'm really grateful for that uh, kind of natural um, opportunity that presents itself. That I'm grateful that I somehow make myself available for that. Um, I wouldn't give it up for anything.
Well, let's talk about your writing process. Do you have a process you follow? Do you write every day, or do you write when an inspiration hits you?
I find myself somewhere in the middle. I definitely wish I was someone who said I uh, show up with the militancy to write every day, but it might not be every day, especially when I'm on the road. That can
Yeah.
be hard because I'm driving 8 hours a day and then I have to go
Yeah.
play. So that would be my only kind of caveat to that. But
We're hitting blurring, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no. We're
where
going
did you
there.
get? But yeah, I think mostly I learned quickly that you don't show up just when you're inspired. I think the best things come when there's resistance.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have a preferred method? Like it sounds like you start mostly with lyrics and then put it to music, or does it kind of go in between?
Yeah, I definitely start with something to say. That's who I am, and it's always been the motive and the spark and the fire underneath why I'm here. Um, but I mean, yeah, that's the process. I start with something to say, and then I find the music that's gonna support that.
So with your new album coming out, will you tour afterwards once it comes
Yeah,
out?
yeah, I am. I'm really excited. I get to head out on the road supporting a gentleman named Robert Ellis, who's real special. If you haven't checked out his music, so I'll get to be supporting him uh, this fall. I can't wait.
That's
Fun.
so
Yeah,
are you going a lot of places, staying around Nashville, or what's the tour look like?
I think we start in New York, October 1st, and
Fun.
then we head to the Northeast. So I'll be in like Massachusetts, and then I'll get to go to the West Coast to California and make my way up to Northern California or Central California, I should say. And in between, before that, though, I'll be getting to support the great Jason Bolin in Texas in
Nice.
September, which I'm really excited for.
Oh, how
that's
fun.
cool.
Sounds like you got some great plans coming up with this
Yes.
album, and we're really excited for you.
So,
Can't wait.
do you ever get writer's block? And if you do, how do you get out of it?
Hmm. I do just about anything I can to get out of writer's block.
Right?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, I took a trip trip as in I got in my car and drove 45 minutes to a Texas roadhouse and had a meal by myself and a tequila soda by myself to get out of a writer's block. And I actually did come up with the tune in that process. Sometimes you just gotta, Bob Dylan talks about you gotta move, like you have to move your body to keep writing, and I find that to be true.
Yeah. And that's like, I don't know if you've heard of the artist's date, where they're like, you take yourself out and you do something different and just kind of, yeah, change your frame of reference.
Yeah,
So
I think that
you are
must
on
have
an
been.
artist date.
I sure
Yes.
did. Sure did. I sure did.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. You are joining our season
Yes.
7. So we have
If
new
you see us looking
questions.
at our notes, we
So
are
we
like,
got some notes here. But so how do you know if an idea is worth the time it takes to the process of writing a song? Is there something like in your gut that tells you that, or how do you know that?
It's in the gut. Yeah, it's certainly in the gut. I I think maybe 5% of the time I'm maybe wasting my time, but I think the other 95% of the time my gut can feel it and knows, and I move forward.
Yeah. Yes.
good.
Follow your heart.
So I know you said you were self-taught. Do you read music now or do you just play by ear?
It's all by ear.
It's great. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we are learning guitar and
Mhm.
and don't know how to read music, so kind of struggle with that
Yeah.
part of it. So
So it's very inspiring.
yes.
To have somebody like, oh, I don't read music. Like, oh, good.
Yes.
It's possible.
Oh my
You
gosh.
love it, you'll get it. I have no doubt about that. Hats off to you for learning that.
Yeah, thanks. And then when we tackle this, and we'll move on to piano
That's
too.
right.
I want to learn that too.
That's right.
Right, it's going to be real helpful.
Yeah.
So on this album, do you have a favorite song?
That's a really tough question. I think no. I think there's too many songs that sit in their place that serve certain lanes of well who I am. Um, but let's see. There's a song that wasn't released as a single called "Waitress Blues," and that really kind of blows off a lot of steam for me. So I like playing that one live.
That was going to be my next
Yeah,
question.
was-
Is there a certain one you love to play live? So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it, but my Great Dane is going crazy, so I apologize.
No, I can't get it all.
She gets a little loud sometimes.
Oh my gosh. So as you've, started your career and where you are now, how would you say your music has evolved or your sound has evolved?
Well, my as you know, I my dream was to be a folk singer, so the kind of first foray I had into music was writing folk tunes, and I'd say the tunes I write now are a lot more sort of country by you know societal definitions. So I think that's the evolution. Is I figured out that I could write and say what I need to say a lot more quickly in a quote unquote whatever that means country format
Sure.
than a folk format. I didn't have to kind of feel like I was writing a 10-minute poem and singing it to the world. I could sort of whip out whatever I needed to in a 1-2 punch in these kind of 3-minute country tunes.
Yep. Concise, right? Much more
Yes.
concise. It lends
Yes.
itself to that for sure.
Well, let's talk a little bit about performing since you're going to be touring here. Do you remember your very first performance or have a standout performance that you will always remember?
Well, one of my first performances in front of people was a very traumatic one. It's a story for maybe for another time, but I'll try and tell it in a couple minutes here. I had a mentor who was a soul singer, and he took me. I was living in Los Angeles at the time, and he took me to South LA, and it was this open mic called Babe and Rick's. Anyone living in LA might know this. It's certainly not. I don't think it's there anymore, but it was a hard blues club, and I didn't even know what a key was. I didn't even know what a tempo was, but I had memorized Stormy Monday by Lou Rawls, which is a great kind of jazz interpreter. And I memorized it great. I did a great job. I memorized it just like Lou Rawls. And when I got on stage, they played it halftime in a different key, and I had no idea what was going on. And I think one person in the crowd clapped, and I got back on the bus back to sort of the seedy part of Hollywood with my mentor. He looked at me, he said, "You fucked up." And I said, "What I did? I didn't even know what I was doing." And that's when I said, I will never feel that ever again. So of course I know what a key and a tempo is now.
Yeah. But I love that you weren't like, I'm never going to do that again.
Yes.
You were like, I'm never going to feel like that again. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
You got back on the horse and kept going. That's fantastic.
Never.
Yeah, that's a good inspirational story for people who, there's
everyone's had that story. Yeah.
Has
days, something,
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Should we do rapid fire?
Yes,
All right,
let's do
we're
it.
going to ask you some rapid fire questions. Don't think too hard.
They're just fun.
Okay. Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
If you were trapped on a deserted island, what's the one thing you couldn't live without?
Well, two very, I don't even want to say it out loud. No, truly. Mm, okay. I mean, on a sustenance level, I would say, some kind of protein and some kind of carbohydrate. If it was a song, though, I might say Dreams by Fleetwood Mac, because I don't know why I can't ever get annoyed with that tune.
I
I've
like that. Maybe
tried.
we need to change that question to say, what
Yeah.
song could you not live without?
Yes,
that.
I like that.
That's
Thank
good.
you. That's
Yeah.
good.
And if I'm being kind of bad, I would say like a tequila soda. Is that right?
Okay, what is one thing that you could eat every day?
Well, that I do eat every day or can eat every day?
That you would eat every day, I should
Yeah.
say.
If it's your last choice in the world,
Yeah.
you have one thing to eat.
Watermelon.
Oh, okay. Is a hot dog a sandwich, in your opinion?
No.
I agree.
No, it's a hot dog. I agree.
I love a hot dog though.
Yeah. Texting or talking on the phone?
Man, texting can be so fun and sexy, but talking on the phone's the real thing.
That's true. Okay, fiction, nonfiction, or poetry?
Poetry.
Yay. First artist you remember falling in love with?
Mm. Mm-hmm. Bob Dylan.
What's your go-to karaoke song if you have one?
I don't do karaoke. I don't have that. There's no answer for that. I've had friends beg me, and I even say yes, and then I cancel or I don't show up.
That's okay.
That's awesome.
It's not for everyone.
That's right. Okay, how do you prepare before going on stage? Do you have any rituals or routines?
I try to be alone with myself, whether it's backstage or wherever I got to go to do that. That's kind of at this point, that's the ritual. Mm-hmm.
That's good. What's your bucket list venue to play?
Right now, I think from a purely naturalist point of view, I think playing, Red Rocks or the Greek Theater. I think just being outside in some really nice weather is about all my soul is asking for.
Yeah, Red Rocks is amazing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, describe your sound in 3 words.
Raw. Honest. And alive.
Love it. Definitely. And what advice would you give to a new singer, songwriter, musician?
Mm-hmm. I would say that you will probably, out of your own good nature, feel the pressure to adapt to even let's see. I would say you feel the pressure to adapt to seemingly well presented people and situations, but most of the time you don't need to adapt to anything. You really need to individuate and stay with yourself.
Very good advice. Yes. And now it is time for your shameless plug. Tell us where we can find you on, do you have a website, Bandcamp, all your social medias? Where's the best place for us to find your music and all about you?
Yeah, you can find me at Alicia Blue Music on any social platform. My website is aliciablue.com. And of course, wherever you listen to music, it's Alicia Blue, Alicia, blue like the color.
Yay.
Love it.
Thank you so much, Alicia, for being on the show. It's been so much fun to learn about you and
Yes, it's great to meet you. We really appreciate your time. Good luck with the new album.
Yes.
We're so stoked for you. Thank you for listening to Sisters in Song. Be sure to watch the video interview right here on our YouTube channel.
Just look for Sisters in Song podcast and be sure to follow us on our social media too. If you like the show, give us a like and a follow.
A special thanks to our sponsors, Brought Farm Designs, Pink Whisk Confections, Summerly Photography, and Elaine Girls.
We're super excited that you listened to this episode, and make sure you don't miss a single one by subscribing wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget, here on the YouTube channel.